Hi guys, welcome to another video. So this is going to be another like question answer type of thing, and it's just because I have so many questions and I feel like they're like really good topics for discussion and stuff. I'm really sorry that my last one was like kind of boring. Like when I rewatched it I was like, wow, this is like really boring. So I'll try to make this one a little less boring. So first of all, I made a smoothie and it has 2 bananas, a bunch of chocolate almond milk. By the way, almond milk is vegan, it's made out of almonds, and a lot of spinach, like a ton of spinach, but you can't even taste the spinach because the banana like covers it up, and spinach has like a really mild taste, so you can't really taste it. And I feel like so good, like eating or drinking like really healthy things like that really does make you feel really good, because it's like so much nutrition, and the nutrition is just, it feeds your cells and your body, and it just makes you feel overall a lot better. And also, I know I'm always like showing you guys my shirts and jewelry and stuff, but I thought this was interesting. This necklace is actually like the piece of jewelry that I was going like delusional about when I had my psychotic break. So I don't know, but it's like a little talisman, and yeah, so yeah, for some, like, these talismans are supposed to have like magical properties or something, and I can't remember what this one was supposed to do. I think it was actually supposed to like put you in touch with the spiritual realm or something, so it's kind of interesting. But so yeah, I was just like totally delusional about this piece of jewelry, and like in my experience with Mania video, I talked about how I lost a piece of jewelry in my room, and then like I freaked out and I felt like I had to find it, and it was like this weird like mission that I had to find it in my room, which was like totally trashed. And I started trashing my room, like trying to look for it. It was just really weird. Like it's really hard to explain what was going on. So yeah, now I will get to the questions, and I'm looking over at my 2 cats, and they're playing and they look so cute. Oh, it's adorable. I'm so glad that they're getting along and stuff. And earlier they were like sleeping with each other. It was so cute. So I'm just really happy that they oh my god, it's hilarious. Okay, and once again I haven't read these ahead of time, so they're going to be just like impromptu, and if I record something stupid then I will edit it out, because I'm getting good at editing, or I'm getting better at it anyways. So okay, so the first question. But yeah, so what's your favorite movies? Kind of boring question, I guess. LOL. No, that's not a boring question. If anyone's like interested in getting to know me better, okay, I'll just like name off the top of my head movies that I would deem like my favorite movies. So, Gone with the Wind, White Oleander, Lost in Translation, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Fight Club, Donnie Darko, Whale Rider, Castaway on the Moon is what I think it's called. It's a Korean movie. I don't know, I have a lot of favorite movies, so yeah, so I was just rattling a few of them off. So anyways, I guess I'll go on to the next question. Okay, so this question, several people have wanted me to talk about this because it's actually like a really important part of mania. And the question is it normal to feel crazy and really horny when you're manic? So of course it's normal to feel crazy because you're pretty much just going crazy. So and yeah, a symptom of mania is over-sexualization, which is like AKA you're really horny and like just I think you're just when you're manic you have like heightened senses, and also there's just like this weird perception of of like seeing things through sex, you know. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, so like hypersexualization is definitely a thing. So when you're manic, and I assume when you're hypomanic too, you're gonna be really horny. And I think one person was like, is it normal for people to like, when they're manic, to like go into seizures from horniness and not being satisfied? And this is like really personal, but I don't think I ever like went to a seizure, but I definitely got really agitated and irritated to the point where I was like acting really weird, just like really like agitated and like stuff like that. So yeah, because your libido was like choo, and you kind of like, I don't know, you're like hyper sexualized. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, and that's really all that I have to say about that. But I don't think you should feel bad about that, because it's just if it's just a symptom of mania. So if you've done things while you were manic and over-sexualized having that symptom, then you know, a lot of us have been there, if not all of us, who have dealt with bipolar symptoms. Probably most of us, probably not everyone, but it's definitely a huge part of it. You have the heightened sex drive, heightened self-esteem, and then heightened spending and recklessness. So, and being making bad choices with sex is part of like recklessness. So. Anyway, I don't think anyone would expect me to go into like a lot of detail with that. They probably want me to, but I think that's very personal. So, but just know that yes, that's a part of it, and yes, I did experience. Yes, I did experience that. So, okay. All right. So next question. Okay. Alright, so I think that my mental illness has actually made me a better person with more understanding, caring, and morals. Do you feel the same way? Do you think you would care about these things if you didn't have the mental illness and even judge others that had mental illness? So I'm just going to start with the last question. I think I would care about these things because I've always been interested in psychology. I almost majored in psychology when I was an undergrad, but my first psychology professor, I just really didn't like him, and unfortunately, if you have a bad professor or teacher, it can take your interest away from that subject. But now I'm obviously interested in psychology again, so yeah, and I wouldn't judge others because I'm always like, I don't know, rooting for the underdog or giving people like the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know, I feel like I've always been like so interested in people with mental illnesses and just like intrigued by them. And maybe my viewers who don't even have a mental illness who watch these videos might relate to that. But so like the movie A Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe, I think. If I'm wrong, then sorry. But the movie A Beautiful Mind, I was like, whoa, like schizophrenia, that's so cool. But yeah, and then I guess the only people like I would be judgmental towards, which is ironic, would be my aunt and cousin who have bipolar, which I can see how people like think negatively of people with bipolar disorder, because the symptoms can manifest in a lot of different ways. And like my therapist said, that like people bring their already, you know, their nature or their personality that they were born with, they bring that to the illness. So if you were already like a very like peaceful and non-confrontational person like I am, you're not going to have like symptoms where those things are amplified. Whereas if you have certain personality traits that are already kind of out there or like destructive, then your bipolar is gonna just like amplify those. But everyone's bipolar is different, and people bring their personality to the illness. So, and I'm not saying like if people hate on you, then it's because you have a bad personality or something, but that's where the stigma comes in, is that people's personality traits, negative personality traits, can be amplified. So yeah. But also their good personality traits can also be amplified, like their compassion and creativity, and their like spirituality is also amplified. So good characteristics, bad characteristics are just like amplified with bipolar. So you take like the good with the bad. So yeah, and I think having a mental illness obviously like forces you to, you know, if you're dealing with it, it forces you to, you know, relate to people and be like, okay, like, yeah, I deal with that too, and it sucks, and like, you know, solidarity or whatever. So, yeah. And then you realize that being judgmental towards other people is like really bad, because you know that people judge you, you know, because you have a mental illness. And like mental illness, like you hear mental illness and it's like, oh, they're going to be destructive to society, you know, even though that's completely not true. And lots of like the best people in history and currently have a mental illness. So yeah. But when I was in kindergarten, I was voted most understanding. I'm not kidding. Like they would give out awards, you know, maybe they did this at your school. They gave out little awards, you know, and in high school it's like most likely to succeed or best teeth or something. But in kindergarten they gave out these little like certificates, and mine was most understanding. So. And I've been told that I have really good morals, so. But I think if you're dealing with hardships, like nothing builds character. You know, it could go either way. Like either you deal with hardships and it makes you a shit person, or you deal with hardships and you rise above it and it makes you like a really awesome person. So, but you're definitely going to feel more compassionate towards people with mental illnesses, because you are having to deal with it. And if someone in your family deals with it, it's probably gonna you're probably gonna be more compassionate towards those people, unless you have bad family relationships. Okay. I'm just like rambling, sorry. Okay, so this is gonna be the last question, because some people like commented that they couldn't watch my whole video. So I'm gonna make this one a little bit shorter. Okay. So, the question. I've noticed in your shows, not really a show, but I guess, I've noticed in your shows that you look rapidly to one side, mostly the right. Is it because you see something in the corner of your eye, or... yeah, this is an interesting question, because this actually happens to me a lot, and I don't know if it's like just residue or residuals, or I don't know the word I'm looking for, from having hallucinations, but every once in a while I'll just like, you know, think I see something out of the corner of my eye. It happens pretty often. Usually, you know, it's nothing serious, like I didn't actually have like a hallucination, but I'm still kind of like paranoid about like seeing something. So, and like if my cat like runs by me, I'll like think that I saw like a hallucination, when in fact it was just my cat. So, and then sometimes I'll see like smoke or something, or like shadow, but I don't think it's anything that serious. I think it's just like, you know, left over from having real problems like that. So because I think you can just kind of like get into the habit of having mannerisms, especially if you had like undiagnosed bipolar for a long period of time. You're gonna have like mannerisms like, you know, being kind of sketched out when you see something out of the corner of your eye, or just other like weird mannerisms from being psychotic for long periods of time. I'm gonna give a shout out to someone. There's someone who recorded a song for me, which is really sweet. He dedicated it to me. His name is Scott, I believe, and I'm gonna leave a link to his webpage in the description. You can go listen to his music, and that'll be, you know, good for him. And yeah, so the song that is dedicated to me is called Ocean Breeze, and I was really surprised because I thought it was going to be like, you know, waves and like kind of like mellow, but it's like an actual like rock song or something, so pretty cool. So yeah, and someone informed me that like I was really excited that there were like over 600, like, or now there's over 700 members on the forum, but someone informed me that actually most of those members are spam members, and it's really annoying that there's so much spam on the forum, because this guy named Jamie, who is the webmaster or whatever of the forum, he put all these like spam controls in there, but they're not like working 100%, so there's a lot of spam members, but there still are a lot of real members, and they're all awesome people, and you can get to know them, and I really like seeing people's posts, and there are some really good ones, so you should check it out. It's mentalforum.net, and I also have a Tumblr and a Facebook and a Twitter and a blog, which I'll probably write on the blog tomorrow because I have a therapy appointment tomorrow. And I have a P.O. box. I don't know why I clapped, but I have a P.O. box if you want to send anything my way, like a letter or anything, because it'd be really cool to get mail. I think that's really awesome. Okay, yes, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really good day, and thanks for watching. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, and comment with your questions if you have a question.